So, if you're someone who has an unhealthy and a challenging, difficult relationship with food, just know that you are not alone. I suffered for years in my teens with disordered eating, perfectionism eating, and that just grew into more perfectionism eating, trying so many different ways of eating. And then ultimately, I became very afraid of food. I was afraid to eat the wrong foods since how it would react in my body, how it would make me feel. Am I even supposed to be eating this food? We can become so overwhelmed with all the information out there about vegan, vegetarian, paleo, keto, dairy free, gluten free. There's intermittent fasting, the food combining. I could go on and on with all the options out there that there are on how to eat. What a simple thing it should just be is to just eat and enjoy your food and be okay with that. But for most of us, it just doesn't happen that way. Ayurveda can heal your relationship with food. It did for me. I started slowly because I knew I couldn't live with this stress around food for any longer. And I really just wanted to be able to sit down and not have all that mind chatter going on about what I was about to eat, analyzing, judging it, quantifying it. I just wanted to eat a meal and enjoy it and just be grateful for it. And so the two things that made a big difference in my relationship with my food is the first thing is I started to slow down when I was eating. I sat down for my meals now. I stopped just eating on the go and grabbing snacks here and there. I really valued the experience of having a mealtime. And this is what it used to be like before we just got so busy and rushing around and all these convenience foods. People used to sit and enjoy a meal. And this is what I do every day. I sit 3 times a day and enjoy a slow meal. And this is my grounding point. And when I'm about to eat my meal, I'm grateful for it. I appreciate it. I look at it. I smell it. I savor it. And I chew my food and I slow down the whole eating process. It's not easy, but I put my spoon and my fork down between bites most times, not all the time. Sometimes it's just so delicious. It's hard to not eat quick. But when I remember, I slow down and I chew my food. And when the meal's done, I give thanks for it. I sit for a few minutes and digest. I don't just rush off as I used to be chewing my last bite and bringing my plate up to the sink before I rushed off to do something else. I don't do that anymore. Food is life, food is love, and when we can really appreciate and have a relationship with our food, we feel more alive. We feel more love for ourselves. The other thing that really made a difference for me is I really started to question what I wanted to nourish my body with. Yes, all that processed food is tasty and convenient and it comes in packages claiming all these things for our health, but really, if it's not in its whole form, it's being processed. And these types of foods, although they taste good, they're not nourishing our body on all the levels, on an emotional level, a mental level, and a physical level. So I stopped looking at food as kind of a distraction technique or emotional support. I really started to look at food as nourishment, what it's meant to be. Is this food choice actually going to nourish my body? Is it going to give me energy or is it going to deplete my energy? Is it going to bring me long-term joy or is it just going to be momentary joy? There's all these questions we can ask, and then we start to come to this realization and this desire to really put food in our body that is going to help us live a long life, bring the inflammation down, make our minds feel happy, and ease the pain in, our body, whether it's in your joints or your digestive system. Food is medicine. And when we can look at it that way, we start to really appreciate and want to nourish our bodies in a healthier way.